Malefic
something.
gun.
The Malefic gun. That's the one. I've been curious to see whether anybody wants to show off how to use it.
That's the thing, right? Almost every single game we've seen so far has not gotten into the ultra late stage. Like everything ends before it hits with the late stage game. And what I mean by that is like before the full item power spike. Because I feel like both this item, Malefic gun and Wishing Lantern, suits the ultra late game stage, but none of the teams has made it that far at all.
Well, based on my theory crafting, I feel like things like Malefic Gun can be purchased as the 6th item, but or an in-between item when you don't have your Immortality or Winter Truncheon in this point of time. Sorry, now change into the Crown. The Crown. Man, this patch really ruined things on memory.
I like Winter Crown.
It sounds a lot better, right? But looking at the draft so far, Valentina, Chip, and as well as the Harith already banned out for the side of MV. Xborg, Loyi, and as well as Angela first picking Moskov. This might be a Roger route for MV?
That's the thing, right? This is a question for me as well, because Rebellion, Rebellion Esports, are they going to be able to play well with this Moskov? Because their comfort has always been the Moskov Natan. It has been nerfed a little bit here, but I don't know. I haven't had enough data on whether or not is Moskov still kind of strong, because in the previous game, TLPH, was the Moskov strong? I don't think we even got to the stage where we got to see the full power of the Moskov.
Well, I mean, you know, Moskov is supposed to be a later stage game hero, and I think, well, it's hard, right? We're comparing them to TLPH.
Yeah.
Previous world champions, you know, champions of MPL, current PH right now. Oh, the Farmist. Haven't seen that in a hot second here. With the Yuzong, begs the question, was it smart that MV decided to ban out the Valentina?
Okay, their biggest problem here coming from Monster Vicious is that, one, how do they deal with the Flying Dragon? Two, how do they deal with the NetherRealm? And that's something that I think now with this Matilda, if they are able to bait it out and just out-sustain and kite them out, they have a good chance to re-engage. And that's something that I think they want to take advantage of this Roger with the Sky Piercer. But the problem is they need somebody to set things up. And personally, I feel like if Uni decides to pull out the Fanny right here, right now, it isn't too bad. But Rebellion, they've done their homework. They're banning off the Julian.
Yeah, I like the Julian ban here because at least with the enhanced chains, you will have without having to worry about the enhanced chains, nothing really stops you, right? Like Farmist, okay, you want to jump into the middle of our group, there's still, at least you still have the NetherRealm. Nothing much to worry about. I think there needs to be a better answer to it than just the penalty zone. They're going to need some damage to kind of apply. Farsa is a little risky here because of that Yuzong. Yves, I don't think Eve will show up as often as I would like to see. But then again,
I think Eve isn't too bad. Like,
yeah, because you can use Glowing Wand and things like that.
Glowing Wand's great. Ice Queen Wand is pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of changed the slow to give back the old Eve, where it's extremely slow now. And I think if they want to slow the tempo, it isn't too bad of a shout.
Yeah, even Wishing Lantern, not that bad of an idea, but it kind of depends on whether Rebellion want to go with a tank jungler, right? And I think that's the big question here. With Fredrin already banned out, that's going to force maybe a Boxia, arguably even an Akai in these types of situations. I feel like it's difficult to play.
I think Monster Vicious might lean on Barats because it's Matilda Barats we're talking about.
I don't think it's good enough. Personally, I think the Akai is a little bit better here.
Okay.
Somebody has to break up this NetherRealm, right? Because inevitably, if you throw the penalty zone, you just don't have enough damage, right? And you're expecting Assassins to cut through the temp HP without having AoE. That's too big of an ask.
Yeah, and there's still like a 2-second window after the temp HP, which is something that you get 0 damage anyway. So I think Assassins, ooh, Monster Vicious. Do they pick the Fanny? Do they pick the Barats here? Do they want to play the safety net for Uni?
I mean, they're also the other only assassin that I can think about that might have a chance in these types of situations is Hayabusa, because at least with the Oki Shadow Kill, you can cut through the temp HP pretty quickly, especially if you're max stacked. Let's see here what that pick is going to be. No, not a lot of flexes from the side of MV. They need to predetermine who their jungler is going to be, as well as their mid laner. Either or, there are no overlaps between the two in terms of heroes.
If they go for the Edith here and put the Matilda mid laner, I don't think they have a lot of damage here. Like, they have a lot of escape sustains, but I don't think they have a lot of damage from 10 HP. Oh no, they are gonna do that. But not the Edith. They go for the Ruby instead. Roam Ruby, Mage Matilda.
I think this might be... I think that, personally, that Roger is going into the jungle and that Ruby is going into gold lane.
But they need a Mage
They're going
gold
to get a
laner or a
mage.
mage jungler.
They're going to get either or, right? I think Lunox is something they might want to consider. Kadita as well used to be the previous counter to Farmus. Oh, try and get your Netherrealm off when you get
I mean,
one
for
shot.
a jungle? Okay, Roger jungle, right?
Roger
Okay.
jungle, yes.
So put the Ruby gold lane?
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen here from the side of MV.
Tough, tough. This is so risky on Monster Vicious. But we shall see. Rebel and Zion, what's their response here? Because as of now, NetherRealm is available. They've got Yujon. They've got so much more pick. They bring in the Florin and the Baxia. Oh, this is
a really obnoxious comp to deal with.
Rebel and Zion's got a very scary composition. I like this.
They need a mid laner who can clear waves really, really fast. I want the Loyi, but it's already banned out. Valentina as well, also banned out.
They've
Zask, new tank. I like it. I like it. Because Zask doesn't need his support to stick with him in that lane. He is very efficient in the 1v1s. Even during 2v1s, he can still farm very safely with the help of his little turret.
I think this is good. Like the Zask, I've had a lot of games of Zask. They've reworked the laser here. He no longer takes a lot of attack speed here. But the spawn link just does so much more damage. And he can just literally sit in front and just beam the dragon in the air, doesn't really matter. Beam the NetherRealm, doesn't matter. Baxia can't really chip him away that quickly as well, and he does a lot of damage here. And we talk about potentially using a Witching Lantern. I think Zas is the perfect hero for a Wishing Lantern.
I don't think he's going to build Wishing Lantern. I think Glowing Wand, yes.
Okay, Glowing Wand.
Wishing Lantern is if he has extra surplus, like a lot of surplus money. I think he's still going to go for the Holy Crystal. It's just too expensive of an item to commit anything else. I don't know if it's first or second. Maybe even Blood Wings this time around because he is a little bit worried about getting jumped on by Vince. No, actually no. He isn't worried about it. He can still go into the spawn lane with the ult.
Okay, we shall see what is up because now we're seeing something new to the table here. This is going to be a revenge story for Monster Vicious, or is this going to be an absolute dominance by Rebellion Esports? This is Game 1, Rebellion Esports versus Monster Vicious.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting one because now we're seeing a little bit of new tech with fakes on the Zask, right? There's a lot of abilities you can dodge, but he's really, really useful because of that stun. He goes, drops down his ult, and then instantly, if he lands that stun, it allows Monster Vicious to walk in. Looking at the emblems, right? War Cries on both the Yuzong as well as the Roger. Everything else, Impure Rage coming in from Zask. Lethal Ignition coming out from Suelo. So they're both looking to scale.
I think one thing is different about the Zas is that usually you kind of expect to drop the first skill and then wait for it here. It no longer depends on where your first skill is placed for him to use his ultimate. Now he can actually reposition on his first try when he pops his ultimate, which sets up for a better fight. Meanwhile, you see engage here, down, bottom. Uni gonna be trying to steal off some of the camps away from Rebellion Esports. So that's gonna be an okay start. But again, you know, mirror matchup coming from Rebellion Esports. They've already done the same on the top side with this Baxia.
Yep, it looks like an early rotation for this Farmus to the top side of the map just to try and set up for that level 4 early on. A lot of teams were doing this in the previous patch. Now MV looking to respond.
Okay, Zeno taking a little bit of damage here. Suelo gonna be pulling 2 back in. He's gonna be bursted down here. He might die to this. Yes, he will fall, but he will trade Suelo in the process while it's first blood on Zeno. But Zeno, does he die? No, he does not. Uni gets sacrificed instead. So that is a jungler for a mage, and that pretty much sets up for Rebellion to secure the turtle.
A bit unlucky because this is pre-level 4, right? And unfortunately for Zeno, he wasn't level 4, but Uni was. But level 4 doesn't mean much to a Roger at this point. Rough. Once again, in this gold lane, as expected, on this Ruby, right? With the new War Axe, honestly, he should be able to sustain through this entire laning phase, right? That's not the issue. It's whether or not he gets unlocked from this lane because of that Spirit Destruction's global presence.
He's not even buying shoes here for Ruff. He's just trying to
doesn't need it. He
sustain the... Okay, I'm offended comes in, Ruff. Okay. He's so obnoxious.
Is this fun, D? Is this fun? Imagine playing a marksman in the gold lane. Oh, any kill pressure, I heal back to full. This is so much fun.
He doesn't even need the shoes. He's got Nova to back him up as well. That's just insane with the guiding wind.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Ruby gold lane is such a... It's such a smothering pick. You're not looking to win that lane. You're just looking to make sure that the enemy gold laner isn't having fun.
Well, in this case, they're going to be trying to peel off for Uni here. Uni, he's got the wall cry. He's died once so far. He's nowhere close to the Sky Pierce. Piercer. So that means Rebellion Esports has got a lot more breathing room to work with to try and scale into the middle game.
Hopefully we do want to see Uni eventually outscale Vincent in the mid game. But for now, only just the Wind Talker purchase. He's going to need an endless battle. Oh, and then again, he can go for the Sky Piercer if he wanted to.
Well, let's see. Now Vincent making a little bit of attempt here. Fakes. He's going to try and set up for the team fight here. Guiding Wind with the Circling Eagle comes in. He's going to try and run away. But the NetherRealm says, I'm out of there. Spawning forward push as well to try and do something about this. But as of yet, Rebellion Esports is like, it's okay, we're not gonna get anything, neither can you.
Luckily, Vincent's passive on this Boxia works per dot damage, right? So every instance of damage, he takes a reduced amount, which is perfect against fakes, right? When he uses that Dominator's Ascent, the ult, it does deal DOT damage as long as he is within range of the super turret. I'm trying to figure out like a proper name for it.
Well, we just call him Spawn Link.
Sentry, the Spawn Link?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it upgrades, it's not a Spawn Link anymore.
It's a giant Spawn Link.
He's an adult. He's an adult Spawn Link.
Speaking of which, Black Dragon comes in. Nova gonna be the first point here. He's gonna be able to flicker out. Turtle dropping down pretty low. Vincent looking for the steal. Uni still secures it. The spear does connect, but he's still thinking if he wants to join this fight. Rebellion says not worth it enough. I've offended, pulls one in. Swalo just a pixel off, and Ruff is able to punish him.
Good play coming in from Ruff. Really, really good play. But now the entire gold plating down on the bottom side already being shredded away in Rebellion, trying to cover, making sure the supply lines are threatened so that MV can't take the most efficient way possible down to the tier 1 on bot side.
Oh my goodness. It feels like they're just not getting any kind of pressure, right? Like, yes, they got a kill onto a Swalo, but the moment Swalo died, he instantly respawned because of his stacks, and now he's already gained back his mid lane control, and now bottom lane Ruff. He's gonna try and set up for the fight. He's 2 men available. He's got the Guiding Wind. He in a little bit of trouble. He's taking a little bit too much damage. Ruff getting stunned away. He's looking for the I'm offended, and Nova, they are gonna try and commit to this, and they actually get the kill. Fates comes in with the spawning, dives the turret, and guess what? Rebellion just can't deal with that annoying alien right now.
You can't tell me, you can't say to my face that like gold laners love dealing with Ruby. Like, this is so obnoxious.
No way. Now Swalo is gonna try and drag them under the turret. Ruff, he's got so much sustain. He's got the war cry, and the Guiding Wind comes in, and the spear not connecting. Monster Vicious playing a different tempo of a life sustain here.
Oh, Ruff really playing with fire there. Luckily, he still has the circling the Guiding Winds to get him out of there. That's why he was being so aggressive. I thought he would have ran out of the timer, but at this point in time, the bloom being passed over to G, he's going to need it, right? Because even with Inspire, he is struggling to deal relevant damage that sticks onto Ruff in the early game. Until he has that Trinity build online, Ruff is, especially when he has War Axe already completed, once he's max stacked, it is impossible for him to deal with.
Oh man, the nerfs on Moskov is starting to hurt him because of CC, but top side now, dive onto his Ruff, made a little bit mistake here, chain stun, nothing he can do, he is gonna fall. Feels bad for him. But meanwhile, Vincent is in big trouble. Fakes tries to set up for the spawn link once again. Vincent dropping down pretty low there. Does pop the choice for Sans, but he's going to be able to get out safely. Meanwhile, they are going to try and force the turtle here.
I think they're going to force Fakes to flicker.
No way.
Yep. It was either the flicker or the ult, and Fakes doesn't have the ult.
Okay, now Flying Dragon comes in with the Circling Eagle. Nova trying to force a little bit of issue here. He forces the flicker. He gets out to safety. A lot of flashy plays coming from Nova.
I don't know if he needed to do that. He lost his flicker for basically no reason there. He probably could have escaped the good old-fashioned way, but okay, sure. If losing your flicker means that you feel good about yourself, that's totally fine. But I think the major issue is that Monster Vicious isn't exactly increasing this gold lead, right? It's at 1.1 for quite a while after unlocking, after the lane swap. He missed the I'm offended, didn't get cars, and I think that's it for the top side, right?
I think he's going to try and take tier 1 here.
They're still going to try?
I don't think he can. Nova was thinking about recalling here. Now with the Guiding Wind, can he get Ruff out to safety? Yes, he can. Spear doesn't connect. They're out of there.
All right. So doesn't get punished for that. I thought that MV was, honestly, was overstaying, but maybe Rebellion hopefully the read is right. If Ruff shows himself, that's going to be an instant engage from Carlos.
Well, D is taking a little bit too much damage here. They even pop the penalty zone for this here. D might actually fall with this. The heals from Florian will keep him out of safety. He's supposed to be fine, but top side now, Ruff is trying to buy a little bit more time here. Guiding Wing comes in, but gets dragged back by Swalo. Circling Eagle comes in, but he's still not dead yet. He's going to try and turn the fight. Rebel and Zion, they drop the Nether Realm. They're trying to keep things alive. They finally lose cars. Uni joins the fight. He's going to look for more. Swalo, he needs to run. Uni is thinking about going for the fight. Vincent right in his face. Does he go for the kill? But Uni is playing patient. Spear. The spear. Okay. They can't. They just can't. Rebel and Zion. They just don't have the damage to fight this.
The spawnling. The spawnling is too good. MV just puts the spawnling behind the members of Rebellion Esports on their way out, so they take the full raw damage of fakes. And get slowed like a ridiculous amount of slow the more they just absorb the damage from the spawnling. This is a really good idea coming up from MV because people in the front like Ruff, they can't necessarily catch up and stick onto their targets. So this way, they can just stand still and wait for Rebellion Esports to slowly get chipped away.
It's so slow, right? Like, he's got a glowing wand as well as a divine glaive up on fakes. And I feel like eventually this spawning is going to be a big threat here if Rebellion Esports doesn't find a solution for it.
There's not much solutions right now. Look at Uni. He's already level 13, right? He's been power farming this entire game. 9 minutes, 30 seconds, 7 kills all over the map. Not a very high kill count game.
Oh, here it comes. Voice Croissants comes in. Vincent getting chipped away, getting dragged back in. Netherrealm keep him alive as well. They're dropping everything to try and fight this boss fight. Black Dragon up the back line, but Ruff, he's going to be able to get out to safety here. Zeno out-sustaining them. He finally trades off one, but at the back lines as well, the spear doesn't connect. The Yu Zhong will be able to find Ruff instead. MV somehow able to trade off a sustained fight. 4v3 now. Rebellion still somewhat in a deficit here. Zeno looking for the next cooldown, but the Lord will be in the hands of Monster Vicious. That was a very chaotic fight.
Dude, this game is hilarious. It's about who sustains who for longer, and Rebellion Esports, they scale. So really, it just boils down to whether MV is able to set up for Uni and whether Rebellion Esports can hold out long enough so that D can get some relevant damage. And for now, D, he just finished the Trinity build. I don't know what his next item is going to be. Maybe Sky Piercer, maybe he goes for the Winter Crown. Hard to say for now.
Oh boy, this is tough. This is really, really tough here. Lord still hanging on. Vincent still trying his best to try and force the fighting. I'm offended, drags it back in, goes for the Toys Bazaar. They even drop the Netherrealm to keep him out alive. And that's so much damage here. Monster Vicious continues their assault, but Rebellion holds on for now.
This is not looking good. This means that the tier 2s will be uncontested. Rebellion can't necessarily walk up to the fight out of fear that maybe Ruff is going to find a really nasty I'm offended, or if Fix gets into that back line. So at this point, Rebellion just going to give up all the tier 2s across the map, and Monster Vicious happy to take them.
Well, Uni, he just got his Sky Piercer up, so that's something that Rebellion Esports needs to be a little bit careful now, as Monster Vicious might be looking for the perfect catch by Ruff once more, but seems like Rebellion Esports is not giving it to them.
I think that Monster Vicious really respect Rebellion Esports here. Look at the item build coming in from Uni, right? He opts to go for Windtalker, War Axe, Endless Battle, and then the Sky Piercer. So Sky Piercer is a 4th item for him. He could have been stacking it up this entire game, but opted not to, despite the gold, like a whopping gold lead that he holds.
In this case, Monster Vicious, a good defense is a good offense here. In this case, they're playing the full sustained composition for each and every one of them. Try and outlast Rebellion Esports. Swalo now before the goal, they're trying to secure the orange purple buff for them, but Vincent is gonna get dragged back in. They have the damage to force the fight. The spawning comes in. Vincent dropping down half HP. They still force the Netherrealm. Fake still holds on to his ult. They bait out major spells, but Rebellion Esports, they just cannot push out at all.
I don't know. I felt like that was a fight angle from MV, especially with how far Vincent was pushed up. Maybe take out the jungler at that point of time, or maybe Monster Vicious just decided, you know what, it just ain't worth the time, right? We want to get the big hitters. We want to slow down D. Doesn't matter how far ahead Vincent is. He is not exactly the most important member of the group.
I think you're talking about scaling here. I think Monster Vicious's idea is to help Fake scale into the game, because eventually that spawning is just gonna hurt so much more. In this case, he's got Divine Glaive, he's got Glowing Wand, but he's opting to go for the Holy Crystal. So we are not gonna be seeing that Wishing Lantern anytime soon, or maybe even Ice Queen Wand on this Zas anytime soon.
I think he doesn't need the Ice Queen's one. I think Holy Crystal, and then after that, you might want to consider getting... Oof, there's a lot of good options here. Honestly, even with the Winter Crown, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
With the Winter Crown, especially when you're in the Dominator form, does it... I'm not sure how that interaction...
It doesn't proc the Winter Crown, but hold that thought for now, because as of now, Ruff is gonna be dived in. He's able to get the reset in, but look at Fake's spawning. It's not even the enhanced one. Winston is dropping so low. Ooh, imagine he gets the Wishing Lantern later on. But as of now, Lord dropping times half HP. Rebellion still thinking on how the push angle is. Lord gets resetted here. Ruff gets him pulled in. He's going to be focused down here. He's not going to be able to survive. So Halo bursts him down before he gets out. MV now does not have the Ruby. They force the Black Dragon in. Cars is going to try and buy time here. Penalty zone connects on tree. But MV, they don't want to come in. The spawning comes in. They even have the Nether Realm. Uni finally jumps in. But they all have the 10 HP and they have to reset this fight once more. Monster Vicious lets up. And now Rebellion finds a window. They're going to try and steal the Lord under the noses of Uni. Can they get it? Lord gets resetted. It seems like they cannot do anything anymore.
Yeah, there's no point sitting on top of this Lord. The Lord dance has been changed, so the Lord does significant amount of damage this time around. So it's really difficult to sustain through the power that the Lord has at this point of time. Right now, in terms of who is scaling, Audi TZ is actually quite an important member for the side of Rebellion Esports, right? His sustain is allowing them to stick around longer, especially when they're dealing with fakes, right? We saw his damage just now chunking 3 people for at least 20% of their health.
Oh, Ruff, if the Ivo Fender, they find one, but at the same time, they're dropping like flies. D gets the biggest lineup with his shot. He's going to be able to find one. Ruff is down. Lord getting stolen by Uni, but Monster Vicious, they need to get out. Zeno is so tanky, but D is able to clean house. He finds one. He's looking for the last one, but Fakes gets out to safety, losing only 2. Rebellion Esports, they're able to fight back.
I'm telling you, we were just waiting D to scale, and now with the Malefic Roar, he has more than enough damage. If MV lined themselves up like they did just now, he was hitting Ruff, and Zeno was just getting penetrated. He didn't even want to be part of that fight. Good stuff coming in from Rebellion, but they still lost the Lord. So they're on the defense here, trying to get more.
Oh my goodness, the damage now. Uni is going to be caught up with Senchny here. He needs to run for this. The pokes coming from D is starting to hurt. And now MV, even though they had the Lord, it feels like they are getting pushed by the Lord right now.
Just note some of the waves, right? Note some of the waves. Top side should naturally be pushing into MV's favor, right?
Okay, buy time. Oh, Ruff looking for the Iron Fender. Misses it. Doesn't pull Sway low at all. Needs another big initiation here.
I don't think they need another initiation. I think they need somebody to run down bot side. Ah, there we go. Finally, we do see Zeno actually making a move down to the bot side. As that bottom wave is going to compile, I think that MV need to cut off any reinforcements making their way down. They know they're on the top side, so expect to see at least one person move from mid down to bot.
Well, as we get here, we do see Radiant Armor purchasing up on Yu Jong as well as Baxia to deal with the Zas, who's being the big threat here with Monster Vision. Meanwhile, D making a quick corner tier 2s here. Now they do fight one, instantly melts one. Ruff gets eliminated. He is gonna die to this as well. Zeno needs to make a run for it as well, with the Black Dragon scaring them off. The spawning immediately gets shattered into pieces. And now the Spear not connecting. MV is able to hold all against this assault by Rebellion for now.
I don't know. They keep throwing bodies at them. I don't think it's a smart idea. Let's see how long they can do this, because they're about to lose a tier 2, and there's a huge wave building down onto towards the bot side of the map.
Oh boy, Ruff not able to sustain at all. The damage a little bit too much here to handle. And even now, Zeno starting to feel it despite being the tanky hero.
Right now, MV have basically been outscaled, right? Like, as much as Fakes wants to drop down that ult, the raw healing coming in from Audi TZ is ridiculous. None of the poke damage is actually going to stick, and Rebellion Esports can predetermine where to fight because of all the team fight mechanics that they have. MV, on the other hand, they need to split Rebellion Esports apart. It's a good idea targeting cars as the main engage tool, but at this point, that Netherrealm and as well as the raw healing coming out from Audi TZ just doesn't make it valuable if you don't find the kill.
Well, I think that comes down to the itemization, right, of Monster Vicious. Ruff is a very, very squishy hero, and he's looking to engage this, and so far, all his itemizations on the Ruby has been almost full damage, but now it's up to go for a little bit hybrid here. Zeno gets a very nice penalty zone, but he's going to bleed out with the Immortality here. Can he get out? Guiding Wing comes in, he's getting chain stun. Can he zip out? No, he cannot. He's going to go fall here. Now the spear connecting on two, and they collapse on Monster Vicious. Left, right, front, and center. They got picked apart. Mistakes were made, and Rebellion, again, they are going to scale into this ultra late stage game here. Now with the Bloom, D is just unkillable.
And that's the second time they've done it. The second time they made the exact same mistake. They base check a brush and they try to take them on 5v5. Somebody deal with the bottom wave! There's so much EXP and gold being wasted down there. That's like, what, 3 to 4 waves that have already been collapsing on each other and have not built a proper slow push. And MV has wasted all of that gold in the EXP when they could have just sent one person down there.
That is so unlucky for Rebellion, for Monster Vicious, but at the same time, it seems like Rebellion is their game to lose now at the rate they're going, and Monster Vicious just needs to find the perfect edge because right now Fakes just doesn't hurt enough anymore.
I think, honestly, Fakes, he does hurt, but he's not getting the relevant damage on the relevant targets, right? Like, Vincent, he can tank it for days, and especially with Audi TZ, even longer. Suelo, arguably, with the Netherrealm, he can, but without it, he will melt. D, same thing, right? They want to catch out D, but Rebellion Esports aren't making it easy.
Well, he just got the Ice Queen wand, so that's going to be even more slows, but they need some damage to threaten them right now. Because look at this, Uni is getting chipped away by a couple of spears, and they're crumbling to pieces. The Lord making quick work on the Crystal. They are able to defend against this, but Rebellion Esports says, you know what, take the Lord, it's fine. It's fine. Not worth fighting against the Zas.
Yeah, right now the fights are way too even. It's anybody's game right now. Advantage to Rebellion Esports because they got Lord and Power minions, but
oh, with the Black Dragon coming in, they are going to be chain stunned as well. They're trying to hold on to Sustain's Ruff, somehow holds on, but Uni, his might be bursted down. Fakes is able to fight D! That's huge for Monster Vicious, and now Uni looking to go for the finisher. He's got the Immortality, he's trying to build stacks with it here. Winston is going to fall as well, and one fell swoop. They're able to find another one as well. Killing spree for Uni, but he is going to die to Sway Low. And now it comes down to Xeno, Fakes, and Nova. Rebellion still has cars and Audi TZ, but look at this, they still have to defend against all the minions here for MV.
Yep, this just goes to show that Rebellion Esports are just uncomfortable playing against the Zas, right? The Siege is really, really held down strong by Fakes. I mean, look at this. Every time they want to try and break this siege, they can't. The Spawnling just says no.
Oh my goodness, the Ice Queen one slow, starting to take a little bit more of an effective nature right now for Monster Vicious, but as of now, all hopes for the Malaysian fans, it still holds on for now, but again, it's still going to be a very, very long grind.
Dude, this is game one. This is just game one in this best of 3, and it's already 21 minutes. Both teams are very equal in terms of gold, items, and currently skill, right? Rebellion Esports, they are using the exact same strategy. Group is 5, and we're looking to punish MV. The only thing that they're not exactly great at is closing out games, unless MV makes a significant mistake during the team fights. And I think that MV honestly could split up this map a lot more than just sticking as 5, but they're also scared, right? If that one person goes down, Rebellion Esports will win the 5v4.
Yeah, in this case, no Wishing Lantern up from both sides, so we are not going to be seeing that in play. But Zeno does have a Queen Wing, so that's a huge pickup for the Rizla now. The Lord dropping down pretty quickly here. They are going to try and chip away, but my goodness, 22 minutes is so difficult to chip the Lord right now.
Yep. And that Lord actually hurts. Like, look at him just chunk cars out. One smack.
God.
Like, luckily they have plenty of sustain, but this is going to take forever.
Yeah, speaking of forever here, they don't really have a lot of time. Monster Vicious, they are going to try and wait out for those immortalities up on their team, but it is going to be very difficult to do so. Lord gets reset once more, and the dance continues. But top side though, we do see the play coming in. Ruby and Matilda not inside. Zeno is gonna get dove on here. And Rebellion, they're giving up Lord control. Zeno finally drops a penalty zone, but they need backup. Zeno, he's holding on with the Queen Wing, but it doesn't matter. ODTZ finds him as well. NetherRealm being used aggressively. They need to get Uni out, but it doesn't matter. The shot residue will catch him, and now the next to fall is gonna be Fakes as well. It doesn't matter. One small mistake is all they need, and Rebel and Zion collapse on them.
An unfortunate mishap on the cross-map play from MV's side. Oh, wait.
Oh no, Cars now looking for this play. Ruff taking too much damage. He's got the sustain, but it's over. It's GG. Rebellion Esports is able to hold on and take game one, denying the revenge from Monster Vicious.